Hello, everybody, and welcome to Outside the Box, the podcast devoted to supporting Central PA small business. I am your host, Derek Bixler, realtor and digital marketer here in Central PA, born and raised. Before we get into the episode today, which is a shop local episode with Novinger Jewelry, Kristin Novinger, and Joanna Knapp. It's Knapp, right? I was going to ask you before we've known each other for a while, and I don't think I've ever even said your name out loud, so it's Knapp, right?
So I did get married and I am changing my name, but I went to change my name the day that the shutdown happened and I couldn't do it. So I'm still technically Carrier, but I will be Knapp soon.
Okay, so it's Knapp. K is silent and maiden name is Carrier. And I know that because I'm selling your sister a house. So that's fun. Yeah. So and we've done an episode together on my other podcast. We've done a few. So I've done an episode with you guys before. So this is fun to have you guys on again. But before we get into it with Kristin and Joanna and Novinger Jewelry and everything they have to offer, a few announcements here. Check our group and subscribe to our email if you want to get all the networking mixer updates and the invites and the episode announcements and the exclusive special offers. Novinger Jewelry will have a little bit to talk about at the end about theirs, and there are other special offers that are in there. So sign up for our weekly email if you want to get that stuff. You can ask a question in the comments if you have anything for me or for them, and we'll come back later and answer them if we don't see them during the show, which we don't usually. I definitely don't because I'm running all this stuff. Replays are available on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Google, soon on iTunes, and all those places. And I'm very, very, very excited. And I was telling them right before we came on that today is the first episode on LinkedIn. So if anybody is watching on LinkedIn right now, yay, thanks for watching. I'm super excited about it and to learn about it and being on there. It was a painstaking process, actually not that hard, but you got to figure out some stuff and apply, and not all accounts get approved. So I'm very, very excited to be on there. So on my personal profile on LinkedIn, you can watch our live, and we're going to apply for our pages to go live as well. But sometimes people are not being allowed there because LinkedIn says you can always go live. You can already go live on your personal, so they won't approve pages sometimes. So anywhere, what was I getting at? All the replays are available everywhere, wherever you want to consume them. And like I said, this is a shop local interview, and we're going to get right into it with Kristin Novinger and Joanna Knapp, Joanna Carrier Knapp of Novinger Jewelry. And we're going to let them each introduce themselves, tell us a little bit about themselves, and then we'll talk about the business a little bit. And then we're going to showcase a few products and services and things that they offer there. So we'll start with you, Kristin, and I'll take this off. And I want to minimize this so we're highlighting you guys, but keep your logo. There we go. All right. So, Kristin, tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you from Central PA? I know your family is obviously a big staple in the area. So tell us a little bit about you, about your family, and how you got into this business.
I'm born and raised in Central PA. Grew up on the east side of the East Shore, but family's in construction, and I got into jewelry in college. So I had a really good professor that said, "You're good, take the next class." And I was hooked. So went to the Gemological Institute of America and received my degrees in diamonds, color stones, design, the whole 9 yards. But then went to New York City and worked there for 4 years. And that was where I really honed my craft and learned about jewelry. So moved back to Central PA in 2005 and opened this in 2012. So it's been 20 years plus of making jewelry, looking at gemstones, working here at the store. It's been awesome. But
have you always liked, my monitor, sorry, I just turned my monitor on. It's going to scream at me. So have you always liked jewelry? Were you always into fashion and jewelry in high school and growing up and that kind of thing? Or was it something that came on later?
I think it came on later. So I hated school, but I liked architecture. I mean, architecture was my foundation, playing with the building blocks, Lincoln logs back in the day. And I don't know, Frank Lloyd Wright is one of my favorites, and taking architecture and putting that into my designs. But
it does relate. There's a lot of angles and a lot of design, and a lot of times when you get up close to jewelry, it's very similar lines and all those kinds of things. And you get to be creative. Obviously, you have a creative mind, and you just need some outlets. So this probably gives you one of those outlets. And one thing we'll talk about is the custom aspect of your business that you do. So that's super creative. It's not like you're just picking things. I mean, you source and you buy things, but also you can do things complete custom from the ground up, which I've done with you. I think I was maybe one of your first, actually.
You were.
Yeah. And even when I Googled you guys, the ring that I designed for my ex-wife now, but that's all right. That ring was still there. It's like the 12th image of when you Google K Novinger Jewelry. It's the picture of that ring.
It was a very cool ring.
I mean, that's the best thing about what I do is talking with clients and take what they see in their head and putting it on paper and then putting it into jewelry. So gemstones are my favorite, and there's so many things you can do with them. There's so many stones that are available that most people have no clue about. So it's really working with that customer and showing them things that they have no idea, and then just keep giving them this exciting like building block, and then they're like, that's it. And that's what I love doing.
And her brain works in a completely different way. We've been traveling in New York City before all of the craziness, and you would see her, she's walking down the street and all of a sudden she'd stop and I'd turn around and she'd be drawing something that was on a building that I didn't even see. So her brain just works in a way that I've never experienced myself.
How the creative process, and we all know in the creative, and you're creative too, Joanna, you're in the marketing department there, obviously. But when something hits you, you learn I need to write these things down or draw it or have some list somewhere. Otherwise it's going to evaporate into and I'm going to say, what was that awesome idea I had? So I'm right there with you. You got to have lists and go and jot it down right away. So there's a university to go to for gemstones. Are there multiple ones to pick from? If somebody wanted to get into, say, the jewelry field and get some schooling on it, where would they go? Where'd you go?
There's a lot of schools that teach the foundations of metalsmithing, some jewelry, and then jewelry making also. But the Gemological Institute of America, which is GIA, is the foremost and the best institution they have out there. They're the ones that teach about diamonds, new treatments of diamonds, what to look for, how to grade diamonds, and then gemstones as well, how to know a lab-created gemstone from a synthetic gemstone. It's intense, it's expensive, but it's the best education out there.
And where is it? Is it on site somewhere?
There's two in the United States. One is in California, which is hands-on, and that's where I went. And then the other one is in New York City, and that is it's smaller. It's not the whole structure, the whole, you do bits and pieces of New York, but California is the best.
Gotcha. So you have to go there first of all. Your room and board. It's not a college per se. You don't. What is it? A certificates, or you get some kind of something at the end. It's not something you can get some big loan for to go pay for and go there and get your gemstone degree or something, right?
It's an expensive piece of paper. Really expensive, but it's pretty amazing. It gives you the foundation, a stepping stone. If you have no family in it, it teaches you a lot about what the expectations are, what to look for. And then working in New York City was an education I couldn't pay for.
It also certifies her to do appraisals, which is huge. Not a lot of people can actually do them and have them be certified, which is awesome that we can do them right here in store.
Yeah, that's awesome. A differentiator, along with all the other differentiators that you have. Do they have also continuing ed? Do you go there periodically, or are there other places you go? Obviously, there are places you go to learn new things, but what do you do on an ongoing basis to stay up to date and learn more?
The different shows have different classes. So every February there's a gem show in Tucson. This year not, but they have different classes on the gemstones. So I would go there for the stones and also take different classes, but not this year. Maybe next year, hopefully next year. I mean, it's a crazy time, so.
And then do you bring what you learned back to your staff? Do you have staff training for them outsourced, or how do you train your staff to know about jewelry? And obviously everybody that works there probably likes the stuff. It's kind of into the stuff. They're around it all day, so they get to look at it and learn about just by osmosis. But is there a concerted effort to teach the staff about?
We teach all the time. All the time. I mean, every time we see a different piece of jewelry that might be, it's a learning curve. So anytime we see something interesting, I'll show it to the girls and be like, okay, this is what you look for. Anytime we come across a really good article, we talk about it in the mornings. But not just me, if the staff comes across something, they'll point it out to everyone. So it's a big team effort here.
Yeah, and there's probably a big benefit for you, the leader and the expert, to be in the store with everybody and for them to be able to learn it. It's hard to do when we're doing things like this. How is it? That's a question. How is the business right now? Are you open and people can come in freely?
We are open. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. We do have reduced hours since the pandemic, but it's working. We try to do appointments so that way we're really focused on that customer coming in. But people are free to come in. If it's crazy, they just might have to wait a little bit. But we're here. We're not going anywhere, and we're not closing down yet. So,
would you recommend an appointment? Would you recommend an appointment for like a wedding ring or something that takes a little bit more, you're picking pieces. It's not just picking something and buying it. It's a little bit more involved. Would you, even in regular times, recommend an appointment for that type of thing?
It's nice to have an appointment because then you have our direct focus. It takes a good hour, and we can pull things ahead of time. But we're focused on you. And if you walk in, we'll do our best, and usually we'll make it work. But to have that private time is kind of special.
And then we can schedule you with the person who's best for you as well. Like if you're looking for a diamond, you might be scheduled with someone differently than if you're looking for a repair or looking just to kind of shop around. We have people, we can all kind of do everything because we're so small, but there's definitely, if you're making an appointment, we're going to put you with the person who's going to be best for that specific thing. Sure.
Yeah. So let's transition to you, Joanna, since you're speaking right now. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, how you got with Kristin at K. Novinger.
Luck, a lot of luck.
That's good. If your employee's saying they're lucky to be there, that's a good
very
sign.
Lucky. So I was born in Annapolis, Maryland, but I grew up in the Reading area, so about an hour from here. I went to school up in Scranton, and I got a BFA with a focus in photography. So after I graduated, I was bartending and applying for pretty much any job that even kind of related to my degree, because when you go to school for art, you graduate, you have no idea what to do from there. So my now husband, was working in Harrisburg and commuting from the Lancaster area. And Kristin hired me as a part-time photographer to just kind of help her out. And I now run her entire marketing department. So I do all the social media, billboards, print ads, digital ads. Anything that has to do with people finding us is my job. So it's been fun, but it was luck.
You force her to get on camera whenever.
Yes, I force her to get on camera. I make her do all kinds of things she's not comfortable with, but I've been lucky enough.
She's very good at, obviously.
Yes, she is. I've been lucky enough to do a lot of training, and she's made sure that I continue to grow and continue to learn new things, and the best ways to kind of make sure that we stay relevant, which is awesome.
So what are you liking right now as far as the marketing goes? What's your favorite thing for what are you doubling down on for 2021?
My favorite and least favorite is social media. Favorite because I think that you can reach the most people. I think that a lot of people get really excited when they can actually see something in front of you, especially when we do before and afters with things that we repurpose. It gets people really excited with what they can do with stuff that's just sitting in their jewelry box that they haven't thought about for 10 years. But it's also not so rewarding in the fact that it makes me glued to my phone a lot more often than you would usually want to be glued to your phone, but it's kind of just the nature of the beast. And I think it's a lot easier to market something that you really believe in. Like this company is amazing. And it's been really easy to kind of be like, look at how cool this is, because it is really cool and it's right in front of you and it's really fun to do.
And it's a really visual business. So
yes.
It's like real estate or clothing or anything, even rock climbing is pretty visual. It kind of stops the scroll. Even again, I follow you guys. I'm not really into jewelry, but when there's a super cool close up of a gemstone or something, it does stop my scroll and I look at it. And next time I need jewelry, I know where to go. So so other than social media, do you guys do any offline stuff?
We do billboards. We have small billboards that rotate monthly, and then we have a large board that we change out yearly. So designing that was really cool. My first billboard, I literally have a photo of me jumping out of my car on the bridge, literally on the bridge. There's not even a shoulder. I have a picture of me jumping out of my car. I do not recommend that, but that has been super exciting because I don't always know where they're going to be. So I'll be driving down the highway and I'll be like, look at that. That's so cool. So that's been really huge for me. Doing Simply the Best has been huge. We've won the last 3 years, which is
crazy.
My favorite thing that we've done. So that's been a huge accomplishment.
Do you do anything to get that? Because I know obviously you have to kind of get votes and get people to do it. So does it just happen organically?
No.
Or do you, I feel like I voted for you this last time.
I do work hard for that. That is like my pride and joy. It's probably my most stressful few months. You would think it'd be Christmas, but like leading up to Simply the Best, I'm like, we have to win. And I don't shove it down people's throats because I think that you do have to back it up. Like you have to earn it and you have to be worthy of it. So it's one of those, I usually send out emails to our clients that already exist. I don't want random votes. Not that I don't want, but I want it to be people who believe in us and people who think that we are the best in the business and people who trust us and shop with us and want to give us that vote. So I always send it to our email list. I'll usually send out a couple. I do some on social media, but it's more for me that like I want them to make sure that we earn it and we deserve it. So.
Yeah, and you have to ask. It's not going to happen if you don't ask. All the people that win are asking their list to vote for us. So
people wouldn't even know that it was not always know that it was going on. If you don't subscribe to the magazine or you're not on social media, you might not even realize. And a lot of our clientele is a little bit older, so they might only see it through their email inbox and things like that.
Yeah, and if you didn't think you were good and you serviced your customers in a good way, you wouldn't ask them to vote for you. Just like I'm not going to send a review to request to somebody I know I pissed off and like fired me online or something. You wouldn't do that. So obviously, you know that they're probably going to vote for you. You just need to put the word out.
Yeah, and again, it's easy for me because I do believe in it, and I genuinely believe that we are the best in what we do, and I believe in the people that work here. So it's easy for me to ask for a vote in something that I would do myself every day. So
yeah, and it's kind of cool to have a mission every year. Now we can't. The mission is we got to get this every year now.
Well, our mission really is service and making sure our clients are happy. And that to win that is icing on the cake, but it really is about the customers.
Yeah. It's kind of that validation that everything we did all year was what we were trying to do, which is have the best customer service, have the best jewelry, the best custom design repairs in the industry. So,
and just be honest with people. I mean, that's who we are.
Yeah. And I think, well, let's get into the services then, the customer service. So one thing I know, or I don't know, but you guys is unique is you repair on site. If you walk into your shop, there's a big glass thing. You can see back there. You can see people working on it. Great fodder for video there for social media stuff. But so tell people a little bit about your services that you offer first, maybe the unique services you offer, and then we'll go through your products.
So we offer in-house repairs. We have an amazing goldsmith. So we do repairs on emeralds, which we have a special laser tool, which if the piece can't take heat, the laser machine will fix that. So in-house repairs, we do custom, which is flat edge, taking all the partner making it, or that true one-of-a-kind piece. So not a ring mount, which a lot of people call custom. A ring mount is where you already have the piece established and they just change it around a little bit. Ours is pure custom, where it's a pencil sketch, it's done on the computer, it's completely different. You won't find it anywhere else. So it is, I think, one of a kind piece. Appraisal, what else do we do?
Repurposing is huge. So taking old things apart and making new ones. And a lot of times customers will ask us for before and after photos, which is fun. So you can kind of see like, we took this 5 pieces of jewelry and made something you're going to wear every day. I think repurposing people get really excited about.
So. I mean, we just did a really cool piece, and a lot of them are very, very sentimental. But we just did a really cool bag on that. Her husband passed away, and we took her sapphires and diamonds and made a bracelet that she wore all the time. And that, I mean, that's kind of
seeing people like
cry
happy tears when they pick their stuff up is just the coolest thing. Like just being that excited about being able to wear something that they thought that they would never wear again.
Yeah, so you can revitalize things that people already have, repair it in-house, and I'll let you expand on why repairing in-house is better than sending it off somewhere. But so you repair in-house, you do appraisals, you do repurposing, and you also trade and buy gold and diamonds too, right? So you don't advertise, you're not sell us your gold and silver, but you can, right?
If someone has gold that they don't use anymore, we'll buy it and put it towards a piece. Some of the gold will remount down to make a wedding band, but a lot of gold will buy a scrap and put it towards their new piece. Diamonds too, so they didn't want their diamonds. We tried to talk them into doing something with it. passing it down to grandkids or making a pendant with it. But if they want to sell it, we'll give them a good price and kind of go from there. But we're picky, and our thing is we want the customer to be happy. So.
Yeah, and the ring I had made for my ex-wife now was there were diamonds from her grandmother's bracelet, I guess. So we took diamonds from that. I sold you some of the gold, or you sold it for me. Some of those diamonds went into the wedding band. Some of them went into the ring, the engagement ring itself. We picked the stones. You went and sourced stones. You brought back a bunch of different stones for the center stone because we weren't doing a diamond, and we picked ones. You even sourced a bunch because we broke it a couple times, and you fixed that ring because it was a giant thing. And it was from the ground up. I came in there thinking, like, here's a picture of a couple things I think she kind of likes, and then together we came up with this drawing, and we need to use all these stones. And then you also had a 3D printed, like you said, a 3D printed little thing that we could look at in 3D first. And then you had it made, and it wasn't like it was way more expensive than buying a ring and mount and just putting it on. It wasn't a ton more. So I don't know why everybody can do it. Maybe they don't.
I agree.
You use the right custom, and it's their issue. The custom is not crazy expensive, not in our house. Our price could, if we went to New York City and had a store there, our price would be checked out. But again, we're here in Central PA, and it's all about the customer. So
if someone gives us a budget, we'll pretty much do anything in our power to get them what they want in the best quality in that budget. And that's part of what we spend every day doing. Is if someone comes into us and say, I want this size diamond, but I have this budget and it's kind of tight, we'll talk to every diamond buyer, every diamond source we have until we find the right thing for them. We'll talk to them about lab growns and moissanite, and we'll figure out a way to make it work no matter what we have to do. So it's cool to be able to source stones and pick stones and really be able to find things that work for what you need to pay.
Yeah. And it's amazing. I never really think about how much you never really think about a jewelry store is a lot of proactiveness. You're out there sourcing things and actually getting to know customers and getting to know what they want. At least the good ones are, like you. Yeah. And then you're going out and being proactive about finding things. It's not just I'm ordering a bunch of stuff from some supplier and putting it in a store. At your store, there's custom stuff. Even the stuff you do buy are very hand selected. If you go in your store, you guys have very niche hand selected pieces. It's not big stuff.
No, everywhere. Our pieces are very select.
And we only have one of most of them. It's not like we have 500 pieces in the back that we can just replace it. Like we usually only have one of each piece that's in here. So
Jenny at your office is not going to have the same bracelet on or necklace on that you just got. That's awesome. So how about we go into the products? What do you have to show us?
Oh, what do we have?
Start with whichever one you want.
I'll start with my favorite designer. This is Valentine, and he is a designer in New York City. But these are his 6 stone collections, and they're 18 karat yellow on the top with a lapis stone underneath. And they are hot. I mean,
she has one of the sets in her ears. They all have different stones, so they're all one of a kind just because of their stones. There you go.
So this is another stone, but his pieces are amazing. So we have a lot of his pendants, rings, wedding bands. But again, unique pieces that you won't find everywhere, and people can't copy stuff yet. I mean, it's designed so well made that once you have a second piece, it's like a collector's item. So he's one of our favorites.
What's the price on that?
For you, it's a fabulous price. I don't know, but it's a great price.
She doesn't have her glasses on. She couldn't read that price tag if she wanted to. They're on our website, though. They're lapis stones.
That's a question. Can people check out on your website, or they can actually buy, check out, ship, everything?
And free shipping. I mean, that's something we did in the pandemic that my accountant told me on. We do free shipping.
I fought for that hard.
But we'll gift wrap it for you. We'll do free shipping. We're pretty quick with shipping it, but we've done things to Washington State. We sent a piece there last night, all over the place. So.
Well, and sometimes people are really hesitant to buy jewelry online. We've had a lot of people who aren't really sure they want to see it in person. They want to see it on someone. So we've actually taken pictures on staff members and sent it to people. We'll FaceTime you. We'll do kind of whatever you need to do, especially if someone's not comfortable coming into the store. We'll kind of show them as much as we can to say this is really what it looks like on and make sure that they like it.
Yeah, because I would guess it's a big ticket item. It's cheap to ship. It's a small little thing.
They're shipped insured, so it's actually not cheap because we have to insure it to make sure that it doesn't go missing.
Yes. But it's not like shipping a
refrigerator, or
a trampoline, or very small, not bad for e-commerce to ship it. And so there's probably a lot of scammers too that are out there, make some jewelry site that here's a $3,000 wedding ring and they get it. So it makes sense that they would want to have some vetting and sending them real pictures that just happened and they're time stamped. And here's our lady showing you, really gives them some confidence that they can trust you and give you the money.
So you have to make sure it fits perfectly. If you don't like it, then you send it back.
Yeah, we'll let you return it, of course.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the free shipping is great because you're up against obviously Amazon and everybody has Prime. And I don't want to, if I got to pay for shipping, I immediately just go over to Prime and say, can I get it on there instead or something similar? So but it's great to have that.
Local. And Amazon's putting people out of business, which is awful because a lot of mom and pop shops, we're a mom and pop shop. I mean, I'm not mom, but we're a small business. So it's supporting local, and that's huge. I mean, during the pandemic, we did a lot with community support and tried to help the kids graduating from high school. The
gifts to brides whose weddings were canceled. We sent out hundreds of gifts to different people who had stuff canceled because of the pandemic, just to kind of try to do something for them.
But again, it's shopping local. We are here for you. We support you, and that's Amazon doesn't do that. So. That's something that you have to remember. As easy as it is to hit that button, it's so much nicer because if you have a problem, they support you.
Yeah, it makes our day. And if something goes wrong, we care if you're unhappy, which is huge.
Yeah, and that's the difference is there's somebody there, a human that you can go talk to. You can go into the store and see something. Or even if you are remote, you can still get a live person sending you a video or interacting with you live. So it is way better than obviously buying on Amazon. That was an example. I hope you guys
I know.
But it is easy. And the small businesses sometimes say, well, they should just come to me because I'm local. Well, if nobody knows what you're selling and you're not giving them an easy way to buy it, they should support you, but they're going to go do that. So whether it's right or wrong, you need to make it easy for people to go get it and ship it or whatever you need to do to make it easy. And obviously you guys are great at doing that too.
I mean, if people have better ideas, we're always open to getting, how do we get our point across? How do we get this across?
Have you ever hand delivered something local?
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Especially in the pandemic. I was personally driving things to people's houses and then sitting in my car and making sure that I saw them come outside and pick up their box and walk back in their house.
Can we specifically request that?
Oh, yeah. We do local pickup too. You can curbside pickup if you don't want us to wait to have us ship something. I mean, we'll pretty much do everything within our possibilities to make you happy and make it easy for you.
That's awesome. So what, I'm blabbing on, asking too many questions. What's the second? We got 6 products. What's the second one?
Okay. So the second one is we have lots of stack bands. And stack bands are awesome. You can wear them by themselves. You can wear them with your engagement ring. You can just stack them and have fun. I have 3 little guys on, but you can do anything with them.
I do mine with my engagement ring. So you really can do it however you want. They're very in right now.
And they have lots of sparkle and good prices. So again, these are on the website. And come February, check out the website because there might be some little discounts on some of the bands.
Awesome. I like those. And it's a good, people are going to want to come back and get more and change them up and mix and match. You can get somebody more for their birthday. You know, they like the stackable rings. You can always get them new ones.
Yep.
These are just a little bit of engagement rings, just different shapes that you can do. But the sky is the limit. So if you have no clue what you want, the best thing to do is actually try some different shapes on and find that shape that talks to you. If you're a little bit more artistic, you might go towards the oval or the pear shape, but the round is the most brilliant stone, the one that's going to sparkle the most.
Is that the most popular? Is there any trend in wedding rings or anything right now?
I think the most popular is the round. Oval is probably right next to it. But a lot of people like the halos. I think a lot of people are going away from the halos right now and doing just diamonds on the side. Or a lot of our brides are doing color stones.
Yeah.
So they're doing something a little bit different and trying to be just a little bit more unique. And they're picking some fun stones. That is like what I love doing.
Which is a big deal for us being able to source, because if you say I want an emerald, I mean, well, that can be 500 different shades of green. If you want a tourmaline or a sapphire, those come in so many colors, and a lot of people don't even know that. So to be able to actually look at your stone in person and really be able to pick it is amazing.
And to have an expert to tell you which stone you actually want, because Katie wanted a green stone. So what's that, an emerald? Everybody would think emerald or whatever the one is. So I came in saying, and she wants this. And she said, no. Kristin said, no, you don't want that. You want a peridot because it's harder, even though Katie still broke it a million times. That's all right. But because it's a giant one. So we went big, and you brought a bunch, and they were different colors. And I didn't know anything about this stuff. So with the help of you, I knew which one to get. I had a bunch to choose from, and the bigger you go, probably the harder it is to find stones, right? If you wanted a fist-sized diamond, there's going to be like one choice.
Hey, if you want that fist-sized diamond, we'll get it for you.
Definitely come see us if you want a fist-sized diamond.
Bring your pocketbook with you.
I just broker that deal and retire, probably.
She's a workaholic. She can't retire.
So what's the next?
Joanna said something about tourmalines, and tourmalines, they come in a range of colors. Some people think of watermelon tourmalines, which is a green to pink shade. I actually have two tourmalines on. So this one right now is a bicolor. It's pink and green. It's hard to see, but it's pretty on the website.
Yeah.
This is also a tourmaline. Where's it at here? So that green color. So they kind of range of colors, which is really, really cool. But that's the multiple ones with different green stones, tourmaline, spinels, emeralds, peridot. I show you that color, and you keep picking so you see that's the color. So,
do people usually come if they want a gemstone? Is it more like I want this color? They don't really like. I want a red stone.
They usually say I want ruby, and then talking with them, we narrow down what do you want with the ruby. Oh, I want that red color. Okay, well, let's look at this and this stone, and then we keep going. Because a lot of them have no idea. So just us teaching them, because there's other things happening besides the ruby, or you might have a price budget that you can't get a really nice big ruby. What about the spinel? So we'll teach them about the expectations, and you do lab around ruby. You can do different things, and that's where the fun begins.
Gotcha. So what do we got? What's next up? Oh,
so I'll show you the bar of these, and then Kristin can show you what they are. So we have these wraps. They are by Ann Sporn, and they come in all different actual gemstones. So we have turquoise, green onyx, labradorite, champagne garnet, mink moonstone, and pearl are the ones that we have on this little bar. But you can wear them as a bracelet or a necklace, which is cool. They're a really good gift because they're kind of convertible.
So it's one of those things that's super long and you wrap it.
Yeah, so Kristin has one on her wrist right now. I think she might have one on her neck too. So you can add charms to them. It's, again, a good thing, like someone will get it for you for Christmas, and then for your birthday, they'll get you a charm for it. And then the next one, you can do all different things with it, and you can kind of wear it however works for you. And they are that actual gemstone. So we'll have people who get you your birthstone or who get you your favorite color and things like that. And they have a lot of sparkle to them, which is really cool.
Are any of these ones you're saying, are there any specific designers or anything that you want to mention or plug anybody? Or
so this one is Ann Sporn. We have a bunch of Ann Sporn that's actually on sale on our website right now. The tourmaline necklace that we showed you is actually one of Kristin's. So that's a one-of-a-kind design that she did herself. That's on the website along with a whole bunch of other of her one-of-a-kinds and some of her stock pieces that she does remake.
Scoop those up. I'd scoop up the local design ones. Is there a tab for that if people wanted to, or can you search for just ones designed by you?
She is right on there, right on the homepage. Awesome. She's Great. Plugged pretty deeply in there. So
we have a bunch of new designs we are trying to make. We've been really slammed with Christmas while we're trying to get things done for Christmas. So hopefully we will make them for our big anniversary in May. But customers come first, so we're just trying to squeeze in, work everything together, and make sure everyone's happy. But
and you got Valentine's Day coming up.
Yeah, and we have some good ideas for that too. So Joanna will talk about that on the website come February. Mm-hmm. So
awesome. Nice. So do we have any more? I think we're at number 4 or 5.
The Kate Mallard one.
This one's hot. This one is also one of a kind piece, but it's a cup that you feel like Wonder Woman when you wear it because it's so powerful. But it's a cool piece. Sterling silver and 14 karat yellow. And she is out of Colorado. So one of the newer designers that we brought on a couple of years ago that has just grown to bring her on board.
And she uses all recycled materials and reclaimed diamonds, which is really cool. So her entire studio is about kind of limiting how much jewelry making affects the environment. So she does a lot of work with making sure that what she's doing is as good as it can be.
I like everything about that one. Yeah, all that stuff you just said. And
she's
Piper
really
would
cool.
love that. She'd like 2 of them and put her Wonder Woman costume and walk around blocking bullets. Yeah, I like that one. And I like the organic looking nature of it. It's not real straight lines and everything. I like that one.
This one's also cool. It's not one of the ones we talked about there, but this is another one of my favorites. But this is Pat Flynn. It's called his nail bracelet. Again, he's a designer that no one can copy. He is known for these nail bracelets, but you can wear it by itself. You can stack with other pieces, and it's iron and gold kind of infused together. But a really, really cool designer, and just a special piece. But
he hand forges everything in New York, so he's really cool. What he's doing, nobody else really has figured out how to do yet, which is awesome.
Hand forge. You just put that on the website. I'm sold.
Yeah,
that sounds
hand
cool.
forged.
I think it's a man's ring, a hand forged in battle.
Well, I've seen him do videos of it, and it's actually really incredible the way that he does everything. So it's definitely interesting to watch.
So could somebody design their own jewelry, have you make it, and then sell their designs? Or do you don't sell any? Do you have any local designers that you sell in your shop or anything?
We have a candle lady and we have Moonbound. Moonbound is a boyfriend team.
Yeah, in New York.
But they do hand paint. She does all the hand painted watercolors, and then he does the lacquer on the front and back. But these cool earrings, necklaces, just really cool artistic pieces. So we try to, with the pandemic, we really try to support local right now. We try to help them in any way possible. So we brought on a local candle lady who is really, really cool. It took forever to get her because of the postal carrier. So Joanna and her ended up meeting halfway.
Yeah.
But again, a lot of the local people will go out their way to make you happy. And that's what we're here for. How can we help them? How can they help us?
Yeah, I did a lot of research to try to find, we needed a new candle vendor. So I did a lot of research to try to find somebody who was in Pennsylvania. I wanted to find somebody little. So I actually went through Etsy and I did handmade candles in Pennsylvania. I ended up finding this girl in Easton who has been really great.
That's
and
awesome.
Her candles are $12. Like, how can you beat that?
And I'm sure if somebody else wanted to carry candles in their store, you could hook them up with the hookup there and they could get some wholesale deals. And that's a good thing to highlight. You don't only jewelry is your main thing and your bread and butter, but you do sell other gifts and items kind of in the front of your store, like candles. I think you got random sauces sometimes and like organic soaps, or maybe run down some of that stuff you got there.
Hey, we're essential. We got food here, and the food is really, really good. We have barbecue chicken, Blood Mary, tomato sauce, vodka sauce. But that's why a local farmer in Shippensburg. So he happens to be my brother-in-law, but his stuff is really, really, really good. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. You can pick up other gifts for your stocking or whatever else, or just go, even if you don't need jewelry. There are some good gifts in there, random gifts. And they're all specially handpicked, cool things that you're not going to find anywhere else for the most part. And they're local and everything. So great place if you want a local gift, even out jewelry, just to stop in there and check out that stuff.
Yeah, I always say if you shop small with us, you're shopping small with a bunch of people because you're supporting us, you're supporting the designer, you're supporting the candle maker, you're supporting the person who makes the Bloody Mary mix. So it's kind of like a trickle down of small businesses.
Yeah, totally. So do you have any more?
No.
Is that it? You don't have to have any more. I just want to make sure we go through all the ones you had. That's it?
That's it.
All right. Joanna, is that necklace from there?
Yes. This is an Uno Day 50 necklace.
A what?
So it's for sale. It's on the website. Uno Day 50. That is one of the few designers that we go out of the United States for. They hand make everything in Spain. They are probably one of our most popular. People really like their stuff. They do a lot of like chunky stuff. This is leather that it's with big silver balls here. So they are definitely really cool. They started with having 50 pieces. That's what the Uno Day 50 is, 1 in 50. They've obviously expanded since then, but they do a lot of really cool pieces at really good price points. So we do a lot of that for gifts and a lot of people who really like that big look, but not too heavy and not too expensive.
And I would imagine you guys get to know customers over time too,
Yes.
repeat customers. And then if a piece comes in, you can shoot them an email and a picture or call them or whatever and say, hey, this piece just came in from this designer you love, or with this stone you'll love or whatever. So I imagine you build relationships over time, and do you do a lot of that?
We try.
Yeah. One of our employees actually keeps a little notebook of people that she wants to make sure she calls. If this person really loves this designer, she'll make sure that she reaches out. If we get some big shipment in from them, she wants to make sure that they know before we even put it out, usually, that they can come and shop it and really get that first look at it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just good marketing and sales. Even
Yeah.
if you want to make more money, tell the people that want the thing that you got the thing that they want.
And it makes them feel special, which is huge. I mean, all of our customers really are special to us. So kind of making sure that they know that we think about them and we care about them and we really appreciate their support.
Yeah, and shopping for a lot of people is a pastime or something that they enjoy doing. So they probably love getting that call. They love having a reason to go into the jewelry store and gab with you guys for an hour and look at jewelry. And I came in for that, but now I'm going to look at all these things. They probably enjoy the whole experience of it. So I think that's great. And the personal touch that they can't get anywhere else, not on Amazon, I can't think of any large jewelry. Amazon, I wouldn't buy jewelry on Amazon ever, but I can't think of any large ones. I don't want to plug them either, but way better to do that locally.
I'm not going to list them for you.
Let's not. Their stuff's probably garbage too. Those are the ones you need to watch out for that are buying bulk crap and sending it out. So before we go out, we're hitting 40 minutes here. We should probably go. Any other special things that you want to highlight or anything before we go out?
Just our service and really trying to help you in any way. I mean, that's what we really stand behind, is a commitment to the community and to those that are all around us. We love what we do. We are grateful for everyone that has supported us over the last 8 years. So a lot of things coming up. We have Valentine's Day. We have Mother's Day, which is right around the corner. Hopefully we have graduations for the seniors, but it's like crazy how time is right now. And I would say it's just to love one another and to be kind. And if we can help in any way possible, that's what we need right now.
And even if you're not supporting us, support some small business, support somebody who really needs it.
Agreed. And if I'll put a little plug in for the dudes out there, I like to be gender biased these days, obviously, but I can only speak for myself. If you need to get a Valentine's Day, because that's coming up and we kind of want to talk about that a little bit. If you need to get a gift and you have no idea what the heck to get your significant other, whether you're a guy or girl, whatever, just go in there, ask one of their people, and they'll show you the right thing. Say, I have this much to spend. I want to get it for this person. They'll say, what do you like? What do they like? They probably have better questions than I'm asking to identify, and they can help you pick something out.
And you can text us right from our website too. So even if you don't want to come in to the Square Jewelry store and talk to all the people, you can still go online. If you have a question, there's a link on the bottom. You can text us and someone will answer you. A live human being will answer you very quickly. So
awesome.
Yeah, pretty much the two of us. One of us will answer you.
Here, I'll put your info up. Just tell everybody. This will also be in audio form at some point. So say audibly what your website is, your phone number, and where you're located.
All right. Our website is www.knovingerjewelry.com. Our phone number that you can call or text is 717-972-0553. We are located at 1200 Market Street in Lemoyne, which is the West Shore Plaza across from Carnes, if you are local and know where that is. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Novinger Jewelry. You can email us at marketing@knovingerjewelry.com. Pretty much any way that you try to contact us, I will usually be the one who gets it, and one of us will answer you. So.
And she's very prompt. She'll get back to you very
quickly.
quickly.
Very prompt.
And I'm going to leave all your information up there for everybody to see as we close it out. A couple announcements. If you're not part of the Facebook group, especially if you're on LinkedIn right now watching, first time on LinkedIn, go over to Facebook, join our Facebook groups. Central PA supports small business. A lot going on in there. We just passed 10,000 members. We have roughly 9,000 of them are active every month. So super active group. People go in there and they ask for what's the best plumber or what's the best this, and they get a million good answers. I use it. It's my go-to now. It is my group, but it's better than all the other places. I usually ask a few different places, and all the best answers always come from there. Or if you want to promote your business, it's a great place to do that. So please go over there and join that. If you're interested in a business spotlight package, which is a business spotlight live at your business with Greg. Greg usually goes to the business, shows behind the scenes, maybe takes part in the business. Last week, you saw him at Dexterity Depot doing the warped wall. So you get to do that, plus an interview and marketing talk live with me, kind of like you're seeing here with Kristin and Joanna. This is not part of a full spotlight, and a little bit different title, I guess, but you get one of these interviews, and then you also get a networking mixer at your business, which maybe we'll figure out after you guys are so busy. Maybe we'll try to do one of those, or maybe after the quarantine is a little bit eased up or something. So, and your special offers, I didn't do that. So your specials, you guys have free shipping on your website always. So that's great. We talked about that. Go there. Anything you order, you're going to get free shipping always. And if you're local and want Joanna to deliver it for you, just specify that. And tell Derek said that she would do that.
Put in the notes. You want me to drive to your house?
Yeah. That's a question. Can you gift wrap and put special notes in for people?
Mm-hmm. Yep, there's a note section, so you can say you want a gift wrap. We've had people who say that they want to make sure that doesn't say our name on their box, so that their wife doesn't see it. We get a whole bunch of different requests, and we always, as long as we can do it, we will.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then what do I have here? In February, some jewelry is going to be 50% off. So I'm leaving it very vague, but people can check out the website, and select pieces, I'm assuming, are going to be 50% off for Valentine's Day and beyond. So we have those. Nope, I want to keep that one up. There we go. All right, so everybody go over to supportcentralpa.com to find anything happening with the group, to subscribe to our email, to get announcements, to join the group. We even have apparel and stuff on there, t-shirts, water bottles, blah, blah, blah. Go over there to find anything related to the group. Remember to shop local all year long. The holidays are over. We were harping on people to buy local just for Christmas, but let's keep it going. And even after the quarantine lifts and all this stuff that everybody's talking about is done, let's keep it local, keep shopping local. I love what you guys are doing, not just having your own business local, but supporting other businesses and supplying and getting things from local businesses. So I love how you guys are doing that. And if the other business owners are out there, try to source your stuff local too, if you can. If you can source your wholesale. Why couldn't I think of wholesale? I'm trying to think of that word this entire episode. So if you're trying to find wholesale stuff, there's wholesale stuff locally too from people that make it. So remember to shop local. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. And goodbye. Say goodbye, Kristin and Joanna.
Bye. Thanks, Derek.
Thank you.
Hey everybody.